Welcome to the Butterfly Effect. I'm Chris Horner, and this is stage 4 of the Vuelta España 2021. 164 kilometers, just over 100 miles in length, and not a lot of dangerous obstacles out there for the riders to negotiate. Now, 3 riders get up the front. It's Jean Beau from Escatel Escadi, Angel Medrezo from Burgos BH, who's a 2019 stage winner at the Vuelta, and his teammate Carlos Canal. Those 3 riders are kept on a tight leash because Intermarché, with yesterday's stage winner, Rein Tarme, are keeping everything tight and wrapped up. They don't want to risk anything of chance of losing the red jersey on today's stage. A lot of times fans ask me, why would a team like Jumbo-Visma on yesterday's stage 3 want to give up the race lead at a Grand Tour? This is the exact example of why Jumbo-Visma were perfect in their tactics on yesterday. Now, Jumbo-Visma can sit back and relax, and Intermarché will take over all the work at the front. They're happy to do it, and they know they only need to do it for 2 or 3 stages until we get into the next big mountains. Jumbo-Visma happy to give the stage leader's jersey away now because they can sit back, eat, drink, relax, and not stress. We saw Sepp Kuss, Steven Kruijswijk go bad up yesterday's summit climb, early in the climb when there's still 30 guys left. So clearly Jumbo-Visma Domestiques need as much rest as they can get, and that's what today's stage will deliver for those guys. Now the 3 riders up front, they'll get caught with 15 kilometers to go, and the action really starts in the peloton getting fast and hot with about 10K. 2.2 kilometers to go, race leader Rein Tarme will hit the deck hard on his left side, and just to throw salt on the wound, he's going to get ran over from the rider behind. Up front with 1.4 kilometers to go, it's Alpecin Phoenix on the front, but with only 3 riders. On their wheel is FDJ, and they have 3 riders, and just behind them is EF Education rider, followed by Deceuninck Quickstep. With 1.2 kilometers to go, the Alpecin Phoenix rider on front will pull off. This has got to set the alarm bells for Jasper Philipsen, their sprinter. He's sitting second wheel. There's no way the math adds up. One rider from 1.2 kilometers cannot get their sprinter all the way to the finish at this quality of a field. So when they go into the right turn with 1.1 kilometers to go, they'll swing through there, and the EF Education rider will not be able to hold the wheel of the FDJ rider, and he'll open up a gap. Behind is the Deceuninck Quickstep, Bert van Leerberg, that looks over his shoulder. This was wise. This is a fantastic move from Bert, because if he closes the gap immediately, possibly he opens a gap behind him, and then he doesn't have his sprinter, Fabio Jakobsen, with him. He looks back over the shoulder. Jakobsen latches onto his wheel, and he'll close the gap just under 1K to go. Now with 900 meters to go, it's FDJ flying by the Alpecin Phoenix train of 2. Now, Jasper Philipsen, their sprinter, stage winner from stage 2, had to know this was coming when he lost his first lead-out man with 1.2K to go. You see him look over his left shoulder. He's looking over because he knows he's got to find a place to slot on, and hopefully it's on Arnaud Demar's wheel. FDJ train will come flying by. Jasper Philipsen will slot on to Arnaud Demar's wheel. Now he's looking perfect again. He went from a crisis mode of losing his team into a solid spot of Arnaud Demar's wheel in 4th position. As Deceuninck Quickstep flies up, Bert will bump just a little bit with Jasper Philipsen, but Jasper Philipsen wins the battle and holds on to the wheel of the FDJ rider Arnaud Demar when they start the chicane with about 400 meters to go. The chicane's a left, followed by a right that'll exit to a straight shot to the line with about 200 meters to go. Things get a little dicey, though, when we're talking between the left and the right final turn, where it's only about 100 meters, lots going on. When Deceuninck Quickstep closed the gap at 900 meters to go up to FDJ train, they brought along Sacha Modolo. Sacha Modolo is Alpecin Phoenix rider, teammate of Jasper Philipsen, who's sitting on Arnaud Demar's wheel. With 300 and 400 meters to go when they start the chicane, you'll see Sacha Modolo fly by Jasper Philipsen, and at 300 meters before they exit the chicane, Sacha Modolo flies up the left side and attacks and gets a gap on the FDJ train. Rudy Millard's the last lead-out guy left for Arnold Demar. He gets Arnold Demar all the way to the final right turn, but it's still 200 meters to go. If this was a flat sprint, 200 meters to go would be a fantastic position, but 200 meters with a slight uphill finish, that's going to be a tall order for Arnold Demar. He's one of the best sprinters in the world, so anything's possible. Arnold Demar punches it at 200 meters to go, closes up on Sasha Modolo fast. The problem is, you had Fabio Jakobsen, who now flew up the right side of Jasper Philipsen, and Michael Matthews came from the left side on Jasper Philipsen, and they pinched him off. When you're a rider holding the wheel in front of you, you can battle with one rider, but you can never battle with two. If two come up over your handlebars, you're going to lose that battle all the time. And we're talking it's 200 meters to go, and Arnold Demar just started his sprint. Jasper Philipsen loses the battle, of course, and slots back. From the right side, Fabio Jakobsen won the battle and slots onto Arnold Demar's wheel. Michael Matthews is dropping as Arnold Demar is starting his sprint. Fabio Jakobsen solidly locked onto the wheel of Arnold Demar, who passes Sasha Modolo. Then with 75 meters to go, Fabio Jakobsen flies by on the left side and wins today's stage 4 in fantastic style. Welcome back, Fabio Jakobsen. Fantastic Grand Tour stage win at the Vuelta. Now, if you don't know the history of Fabio Jakobsen, he crashed in the Tour of Poland. It was spectacular. It was aired all over. So if you're not a big cycling fan, I'll go into a little more detail, and I'll post a link here where you can watch the whole thing, where I break it down and show you exactly why Fabio Jakobsen got in so much problems during that crash at Tour of Poland with Dylan Groenewegen. Almost ended his life. Now he's back to winning at the biggest stage races in the world. We're talking the Tour of Spain. Fantastic win, Fabio Jakobsen. Warms my heart when I watched it from the couch. Now I want to go back into the sprint and dissect the tactics of Sasha Modolo, the Alpecin Phoenix rider. We saw him attack with 300 meters to go, so we got to understand if he's a knucklehead or not a knucklehead. Because remember, he's teammate with Jasper Philipsen. Jasper Philipsen won stage 2 already, we know that, but he's also wearing the Sprint Leaders competition jersey. So Sasha Modolo's job is to look after Jasper all the way to the line of today's stage. Unless, this is big, because either you're a knucklehead or this is a good tactic in my book. If Sasha Modolo's flying by Jasper Philipsen and Philipsen says, hey, I don't have the legs, I can't win the stage, do your own thing, then I'm 100% behind Sasha Modolo's tactics. Remember, he's a teammate of mine from 2014 in the Lamprey days. I like the guy. So it's hard for me to believe he just went rogue and tried to win the stage on his own. But if he did, he's a knucklehead. Because remember, Jasper Philipsen, if Sasha Modolo slows down just a tad, Jasper Philipsen latches onto his wheel. Now you have Sasha Modolo leading out Jasper Philipsen all the way out of the right turn with 175, if not 150 meters to go, when Jasper Philipsen can start his sprint and win the stage, which gets him the stage win, gets him maximum points on today's stage for the sprint competition too. Instead, remember, it wasn't just Fabio Jakobsen winning the stage, but he wins the stage. He takes points away from Jasper Philipsen. Arnold Demar, who got second on today's stage, takes points away from Jasper Philipsen. Magnus Cort Nielsen will take points away from Jasper Philipsen. So Jasper Philipsen's race today cost him a ton of points. And I'm just curious if Sasha Modolo's tactics on today's stage cost Jasper Philipsen points on today's stage and a chance at the win, or if he was given the A-OK from Jasper Philipsen when he passed. Would love for somebody to interview him sometime today before tomorrow's race to find out what Sasha Modolo was thinking or what his tactics were, what was behind his tactics of attacking at 300 meters to go without his race sprint leader, Jasper Philipsen, attached to his wheel. Now keep in mind, race leader that crashed at 2.2 kilometers to go, Rein Tarame, got up, finished today's stage, so he will continue tomorrow's stage in the red race leader's jersey because he crashed under 3K to go. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys real soon for stage 5 of the Tour of Spain.